Hi there. Thank you for watching my views and news. Debretsion Gebremichael, TPLF chairman, in a talk with businessmen and entrepreneurs, told what TPLF is going to do in Macaulay. What is TPLF's plan? Why did TPLF take this course of removing Getachew and others from the party, what happened during the Congress? He shared details of what happened in the last few weeks in his speech when he addressed businessmen and entrepreneurs in Macaulay. Secondly, Ethio Telecom today officially privatized, partially privatized. Are you interested in making an investment? So, big opportunity for a common Ethiopian, for ordinary citizen of Ethiopia to buy Ethio Telecom shares. Let's have a look at this new story first. Ethio Telecom, we know, was going to sell 10% of its shares through Ethiopian Stock Exchange, which will start its work next month. But before offering its shares on the stock exchange, the Ethio Telecom has offered its shares on Telibir. Anyone who has a Telibir account on his or her mobile in Ethiopia can buy Ethio Telecom shares now. Ethio Telecom is a profitable Ethiopian organization, by the way. Price of one share is only 300 birr. If you are interested in buying shares, you must buy at least 33 shares, which will amount to around 9,900 beers. And you have to pay some service charges to, I think, 2% and value added tax VAT too. So around 10, 11,000 is the initial minimum investment which a person can make now. He can buy shares of Ethio Telecom. The company wants to sell around 100 million shares in this first round. Second round of share sale will be offered on the Ethiopian Stock Exchange. Share sales open from today till the 3rd of January. And then on the 31st of January, details number of shareholders will be announced. You can buy shares and then make the payment in 48 hours. The payment will be in birr. Anyone can be now a shareholder in Ethio Telecom. Ethio Telecom wants to earn 300 billion birrs by selling 10% of its shares in the next few months. So Ethiopia is now privatizing its state entities. Can we say that it shows that there is lack of cash, that the government is selling its assets because it cannot manage the economy properly? It is in need of cash. Well, there can be different views about privatization. Some people support it, others oppose it. But it's a good opportunity for people to invest, I think, because state entities generally remain profitable. And by the way, the government has imposed some restrictions on the maximum number of shares to which a person can buy. The government does not want, Ethio Telecom, it does not want just a few investors to dominate this process of purchase of shares. So anyone can invest. Second, viewers, TPLF chairman Debretsion Gebremichael, head of TPLF Debretsion wing, gave a speech in Makale today. He met with businessmen and entrepreneurs in Makale, and there he shared details of what happened in the last few weeks about the Congress, about split in TPLF, what is TPLF's next plan. Debretsion first said that when the party decided to hold a Congress in Makale, the doors to the venue of the Congress were closed. When party cadres went there, they were not allowed to enter. Doors were closed. Somehow, the participants entered the venue, the hall where Congress was held, and TPLF had to make big decisions. Why? Because according to Debretsion Gebremichael, interim government led by Getachew has failed. IDPs, refugees suffering. Tigray's territory is still not back under Tigray control. No accountability. Economy in shambles. That is why TPLF had to make big decisions. And again, Debretsion accused Tigray interim government that it released genociders. It freed those who committed heinous crimes against the people of Tigray. He was referring to the release of ENDF soldiers by Tigray interim government, which was defended by Tadesse Verdetu. He said it was a basically prisoner swap agreement. Tigray released ENDF members who had been found guilty of crimes in Tigray, and federal government released Tigrinya-speaking ENDF members who had been found guilty of treason and other charges. It was a prisoner swap agreement, but the Debretsion group always uses this narrative against Getachew government that it released genociders. And then Debretsion said that what TPLF is demanding is not a dismantlement of Tigray interim government. No. It only wants its 51% share. It wants to replace the people which it nominated last year. TPLF nominated Getachew, rather. It nominated Getachew's cabinet members. So it's only replacing those members. It does not want to change other cabinet members who were nominated by opposition parties or by civil society. He said there is no coup. TPLF is not planning a coup, but TPLF only wants to bring about a peaceful political change so that it can work for its people and steer the region to next election. It wants election to be held. It wants its territories back. It wants refugees, IDPs to return. It wants accountability. This is what he said. By the way, no one will be held accountable. TPLF is using accountability as a propaganda tool. No one can be held accountable. International investigation into war crimes in Tigray has ended with no results. TPLF remained silent back then. TPLF and federal government were on one page when the two did not call for renewal of the mandate of international investigators. And federal government did not give access to the international investigators. No one will be held accountable. You'll see that. Return of disputed territories under Tigray interim government, it's a very thorny issue. It's not that Debretsion, if it comes to power today in Makale, will be able to retake control of Western Tigray, Western zone. No, it's a complex issue. Return of IDP should start, especially refugees in Sudan. So what Debretsion said, it was basically a political talk. These two groups of Getachew and Debretsion worked together since the signing of Pretoria. Differences only emerged when TPLF was not restored as a political party by uh, federal government, and Getachew tried to consolidate his control on the party on Tigray. Then TPLF started seeing Getachew as a threat. That was the start of the dispute, intra-party dispute in TPLF. Thank you for watching.